national costume, to your Wang-Od-inspired black gown and everything in between. Somehow, much as you are trying to show your uniqueness, you also are the de facto representative of the Filipina, diba, on that stage. So, what do you hope people, the world, learn about the Filipina with the performance that you gave in the Miss Universe pageant?
Well, the one thing that actually really surprised me throughout my campaign was how strong the bayanihan spirit was throughout the Philippines. I won 3 of those awards not because, yes, part of it was what I showed on stage, but majority was because of the support of all of the Filipinos also. And to win, because that's national court, to win 3 heavily fan-voted merits. Grabe, that really shows the whole universe that the Philippines is a force to be reckoned with. It's not always just about the candidate, but it's really about how a country can come together to support one cause. And of course, I did micromanage every aspect of my competition, down to the PR plans, marketing, social media, the gowns. I actually just left Mark to do his thing. The national costume, Michael Barassi just did his thing. But if anything, the Philippines is home to some of the most creative individuals around the world, passionate individuals. And my job was just to make sure that I work with the right people that can share that vision, that can execute that same passion that I have to represent the Philippines also. Madali lang kasi magsabi, I need a gown and I need a national costume. But if makita ng team mo na ikaw mismo yung nagtatrabaho to make sure everything is perfect, nakakahawa. It's very contagious. And I think that goes for every Filipino here also that shares that passion for this universe.
Yeah. Definitely they know just how passionate we can be when it comes to everything that we execute. My second question is, of course, you've had your career as a model and of course as an actress already by the time you started your journey in pageantry. Being amongst so many other candidates from all around the world, I'm not sure if there are any other actresses who were candidates this year. But what do you think is the advantage of being an actress, having a career like this and the experience like this for somebody competing in this universe?
I actually chose to get into acting before pageantry. Ako kasi I'm very self-aware. I'm also one of my biggest critics. And I knew that I was going to join a beauty pageant eventually. But I knew that I had a confidence issue. And acting first was the one that really helped me be confident to be in front of cameras, to speak in front of so many people, to cry on set in front of 100 people. That really breaks that vulnerability wall that I needed to really have that confidence to showcase my own self on a pageant stage. Because it's no joke. I have so much respect for all beauty queens. Because to stand up on a stage, to subject yourself to so much scrutiny, bashing, negativity, that takes strong women with strong-willed minds to be able to do that.
And my last question, you just said that you knew you were going to compete, to go into a pageant eventually. If you will be blessed with a daughter somewhere down the road, would you also try to encourage her to follow in the footsteps of your mother and of course,
One thing's for sure, my mom never pressured me to join pageantry. She was actually very surprised when I joined my first pageant, and when I joined again, she would be, hindi naman huli, pero lagi niya nalalaman after I applied. But if ever I was blessed with a daughter, I would do the same thing and say that, it's your life. If ever you need my help, I'm here. But I would never pressure her to get into pageantry, especially if she doesn't want to. Because again, from my experience, you really have to be 100% sure to be able to do that. You can't just be peer pressured into, trying to represent a country like the Philippines. Pero honestly, sana magkalalaki na lang ako. Na anak. Honest to God.
Anyway, thank you, Michelle. I'm sure you've been such an inspiration to so many young Filipinas also who, are trying to show their uniqueness. Congratulations on doing that. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Ms. Tessa. I agree with the acting part that makes you a little bit more confident, especially
Right.
with your main instrument, your
Yes.
body, your voice, right?
Yeah, so to be able to just express yourself, to be confident, not shy in the corner like I used to when I was a child. I used to be very introverted. It really helped. So thank you, GMA, for creating this
Yeah.
film.
And I also remember that you announced your candidacy for 2023 MUP sa press con, sa Vida Con.
Yes!
Ang teleserye.
Oh my gosh, yes, that's when I announced it.
Yeah.
Oo nga, no.
Yeah.
Naalala mo.
Naalala ko yun, kasama sa hosting. So,
Naalala mo.
naalala ko. And everybody was there as well. So,
Yes, yes.
Diba?
And then here we are.
here we are. Di ba? So, again, full circle tayo dito with the Kapuso Network. So next, speaking of hard-hitting questions, Sir Gordy
Hindi
Ruda.
naman hard-hitting.
Hindi naman.
Tapos na tayo sa
Conservation. Biro lang, Sir Gordy.
Thank you, Marty. Good afternoon. Congratulations, Michelle.
Sorry.
You mentioned a while ago na nasabi mo may scope ka na gagawin, may guesting sa Black Rider. This time ba, medyo maingat ka na sa pagtanggap ng projects after this Universe? Siyempre, iba na rin yung status mo rin kung makonsider na.
Maraming salamat. I don't think of myself as a superstar yet or anything. I'm very grateful for the love. But of course, I think any actress or actor can relate that kailangan talaga yung mga projects bumabagay sa capabilities mo. But in this case, GMA knows me from the inside out. Kaya nila sinuggest yung Black Riders because they know that, nagmo-motor ako, I'm an adrenaline junkie, and to have that kind of support system, making sure that the projects I get is in line with what works for me. That's a very big blessing, for sure.
Before kasi yung more on mga kontrabida roles ka. This time ba medyo okay lang sa'yo? Pag tuloy-tuloy ang pagiging kontrabida?
Kontrabida, bida, or kahit extra, it all just depends on the storyline, the project, the co-actors. Ako, I'm very artistic. I love acting. Hindi naman ako diva na namimili. But of course, it all just depends on where to put that energy.
Hindi naman kailangan diba? Basta, naiintindihan naman natin kung mamimili ka na. Di ba? Huwag na necessarily na diba ka. Pero ito lang, curious lang kami. Yung during Miss Universe, with the issue dun sa kay Miss Anne, yung mga bankruptcy issue and everything, tapos may mga, may mga trans woman na mga candidates, mga mother. Kamusta yung atmosphere dun with your co-candidates, tapos with those issues dun sa Miss Universe organization?
Honestly, yung pagsasama namin ng mga girls, it all felt normal. I didn't feel anything different in terms of Miss Portugal or Miss Netherlands with the transgender women or delegates. I didn't feel any different. It didn't feel like, of course, it's my first time internationally for Miss Universe, but it didn't feel any different from my first international pageant being surrounded by only women. Of course, you don't judge them based on their physicality or what's on the exterior. You judge them based on the conversations, their personality, how they talk to you, how they treat you. So I didn't feel like there was anything different just because Miss Universe was being more inclusive. Of course, I don't think we felt the other issues because labas na kami doon. So I actually don't know any insider information about the articles going around about the status of the business per se.
Hindi naman kayo apektado kung may mga nakakarating na mga nababasa na mga issue about
Yes, wala
organizing.
namang public service announcement during the competition about those things.
Ito, honestly lang, Michelle, at this time, ano exactong feeling mo towards Miss Anne? Kasi kami parang,
Antonio.
si Anne, yung organizer, hindi ko ma-mention yung affiliated, that joke, cake pa yun. Oo, yung organizer. Kasi kami, minsan kasi parang kami, minsan parang nachecheapan kami sa kanya. Di ba? Parang kung ano-ano yung mga sinasabi niya, kung ano yung mga ginagawa niya after the announcement, may mga ganun siya, may pamove on pa siya, then after those issues, kami talaga parang kami nachichipan sa kanya. Ikaw mismo na kilala mo siya, nandito mo siya. Ano ang eksaktong feeling mo towards her? Kachipan din?
I mean, I know the exact video you guys are pertaining to, of course. I always believe that there could have been a better way to address the very passionate supporters that support Miss Universe. But my encounters with her have been very limited. I think dun sa video na yun, that was probably my second or third interaction lang sa kanya. That was probably my longest interaction already. So parang my judgment of character, very brief lang. But if anything and how to address this, I have gotten so many more interactions with Miss Paula Sugar. She is definitely motherly like. She respects everyone. She respects the pageant and everything that is involved with it. When she made her announcement that she was stepping down, I had a moment with her backstage. I was at a loss for words because I really find her one of the most inspirational women around the world. And all I said was thank you, and medyo naiiyak ako in that moment because I really did look up to her, and I feel like her stepping down is one huge loss for Miss Universe. And I think that says a lot to answer your question.
Okay, thank you. Mabuti na lang may Miss Paula Sugar pa kayo, di ba?
Oh.
Thank you. Thank you, sir. Super true.